Välkommen till KBT-poddens julkalender 2017. Lucka 8. Bryggan till ditt terapeutjag. Från avsnittet applicera KBT på dig själv och öka dina terapeutiska färdigheter. Med James Bennett-Levy.
You're talking a little bit about the bridge between the therapy self and the personal self.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, if we do personal therapy, for example, it looks like most therapists actually do personal therapy for purpose of either personal growth or perhaps personal problems. And there has been an assumption that doing personal therapy will automatically lead you to be a better therapist. And I don't think that's necessarily true. If we're just doing personal therapy work for personal growth or personal problems, certainly we might be developing our personal self. That might make an impact on what we do as therapists. But if we want to affect our actual therapy skills, then it looks like you actually need to make that bridge, as it were, to the therapist's self. And what we do in self-practice, self-reflection, is we are quite explicit and saying, what's the impact on me? And how do I understand that impact on me? But then the bridge questions are, what are the implications of my experience for my work with clients? And what are the implications of my experience for my understanding of the theory of the therapy, be it CBT or ACT or anything else? So we need to actually make that bridge from the personal self to the therapist self to really have an impact, we would suggest, on therapist skills.
To see the difference, but also see how you can take advantage from both
Exactly.
sides.
Having said that, the one thing I would add is, of course, if a therapist is experiencing really significant personal problems, then that probably is going to affect their therapy and the quality of their therapy. So there may be benefit, of course, in doing personal therapy so that that person is no longer depressed, that therapist is no longer depressed, for example, and that's probably going to mean that they're doing better therapy as well. So there may well be some impact of doing personal work on the personal self, which then does affect the therapist self. But in terms of actual therapist skills, we are suggesting that the bridge is pretty fundamental.
Tack för att du lyssnat. God jul och gott nytt år.